Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nerd officially doing a post commentary for you guys today. We're going to be talking about, my previous installments of women. Yeah, we're going to be talking about relationships, and you guys will probably get a good chuckle out of this due to the fact that my player card is not filled. I haven't filled up even, 4 lines of my page. So, overall, I'm sure a lot of people beat me out there in this category, but you guys will, get to see the people I've kind of interacted with and I don't know, I guess had a thing for, in a generic standpoint. But anyway, we're going to jump into the gun and map loadout. Then, I will discuss my previous installments of women. And, yeah, I think it'll be interesting for you guys. You guys will probably get a couple laughs due to my player card not being completely filled out. Anyway, I'm going to be using the M416 with a red dot and a silencer. The reason I've been using a silencer lately is due to the fact that, 1, you stay off the minimap, and 2, I'm doing a video series, which you guys will probably be seeing here soon. I'm going to get right to work on this just because I feel like it's kind of my responsibility to get the videos out that I want to get out on a standard basis. With that said, I'll be using, the MP443 suppressed pistol. Currently, I'm working on the 1911. I actually did just get 500 kills last night with that awful pistol. I will never use that pistol again. At least maybe not with a silencer. I know it's not as bad without a silencer. So, yeah, if you want my recommendation, don't ever use the MP443 suppressed. Always use pistols without a silencer on them. So much better. And I know that's like duh, but man, the difference is just ridiculous on how much better they are without a silencer. With that said, I'll be using the Defibrillators Medic Pack. Squad perk is going to be known as Cover. And then we'll jump into the map category, which is going to be Narsh Canals. I'm on offense, and I do take full effect of my surroundings, I guess you could say. But with that also placed into an effect, I think it's 100% tickets. So, yeah, you guys will see that I think on the beginning I get into the scout helicopter, whatever, Little Bird, and I use full effectiveness on the 4th seat, definitely, because I find a good location to land, and overall, I brace my impact by using a little technique for the parachutes, which I will be making a video about here soon. With that said, we're going to jump into the main topic, so you guys will get a couple laughs. You guys maybe have your popcorn ready, maybe your drink, I don't know, maybe Mountain Dew, some milk, some juice if that's your cup of tea. But without further ado, let's get started. So the first girl I ever dated, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I suck at dating. Like, I don't know how I would perform, like, in a today's standard, but back then I was horrible at this. I had no freaking clue on what to do. I was like, just naive, I guess. I just didn't understand the concept. Like, I knew what it was. I wasn't retarded, but like I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know the title, what the title meant. Like, I didn't know what I was supposed to do to interact with her or any of this main gist of it. And I failed 4 times, so that tells you just about how clueless I was on what I was supposed to do. So, first girl I ever dated, obviously I won't give names for a lot of reasons, because I do have a few friends that do watch this, and the last thing I want is for them to, point this out to the person, because knowing them, they would totally do that. Half of them are douchebags anyway. So, yeah, the first girl I ever dated, I was in elementary school, and overall, it was, it was just elementary school. You did the stupid, like, what's 3 plus 3 crap, 6 and all that good stuff. And we had this event, I remember it now, and it was like a Build-A-Bear thing. So I'm in elementary school. Back then, if you were a guy and you went to it, it wasn't a big deal, because, I mean, what? Elementary, you would have been, man, I don't even know. We'll say 7-ish, I don't know. I can't do math right now. Anyway, you're really young is the point I'm trying to get across. And, we were at this thing. I happened to be there along with, like, half of the school making these bears or whatever. And this chick that I knew, I mean, she was smoking hot. Like, she's even hotter today. And, she went up and she asked me out. But the long-term project of this was for, this guy that was undecisive to, she basically used me to get another guy to be jealous and ask her out. And overall, I guess you'd say that's how it began. But I want to say it lasted for like a couple of months, but I don't think that's correct looking back. And from what I've been told, I guess my imagination and time flew by so slowly that it seemed to be so fast. So, I guess in a reality standpoint, I think it lasted like 2 to 3 weeks. Again, I had no clue on what I was supposed to do. My title was like, hey, I'm just here, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm right here, let's be kids, I guess. I don't know. But, so I guess that pushes us to the next person I ever met, which would be girl 2. And it's actually weird. This one's a lot more complicated, and I feel like I screwed up, obviously, because I still, again, no clue on what I was supposed to do. Like, I didn't hang out much. I just was like, I'm going to do my thing. She does her thing. We have these, like, invisible titles. We have, like, these awesome crowns that are all filled with jewels. It's a good time, you know. And, yeah, that's definitely not how it works, apparently. So, with that said, anyway, it was the last day of elementary school, and, you know, these assholes that I would love if I had a fan base right now, and I'd be like, yo, guys, here's their numbers. Spam them for days. But these douchebags that are they think they're tough shit now. They like the jocks, you know what I mean, the retarded idiots. And you know, they've been picking on me for years. I mean, this went through middle school and all this crap, and especially with the educational system how it is now, principals don't do anything with this, even though there is a strict law against bullying. But main point of it is, we'll talk about that later. You guys will probably not care still, but whatever. With that said, anyway, I must have got all sad or whatever, and I kind of went off and did my thing. You know, I kind of sat in this rock garden area by myself, and this you know, girl that I knew, she was friends with the first girl I ever dated. She went up and basically asked me out right on the spot, like, was kind of comforting. So she was actually there. She wasn't doing it for any self-purpose. But the problem was, like, you know, I accepted that wasn't a problem, but I just didn't know how to take it. Like, we dated for a while. You know, it was a good time, and you know, we broke up. I don't even know. This has been so long ago. We'll say a month. We'll say a month went by. So you guys can tell my relationship status don't last too long, that's for sure. Or at least I didn't. I don't know what they would be in, like, today's standard, as I've already stated. But, you know, she was a cool person. She really was. She's changed a lot since, you know, elementary school. So I can definitely promise you that. And it's kind of weird when you look back on the people that, you know, maybe you've dated or you've messed around with, just how different they've changed appearance-wise, or, you know, ethical or whatever their, you know, social stability is. And she's a lot different now. She's also very, very, you know, hot, I guess you would say, in that generic standpoint. So I guess I got lucky when I was a lot younger. I got really lucky with some good 10s, but other than that, I haven't been too lucky here in the last couple of years. That's definitely for sure. But anyway, I guess that's how that one went. You know, she kind of asked me out in the rock garden area. We dated, held hands, blah, 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 and I felt like a badass at that time. But it was the one weirdest thing I remember about this chick, the weirdest one ever, the weirdest story I can ever give you guys, is we were at the pool, and, you know, the first girl I ever dated was there with her, and I remember walking through the rock garden where she asked me out at with her friend, which would be my ex-girlfriend, the first one, and I kid you not, she wanted, like, me and, you know, my girlfriend number 2 wanted to kiss, like, she brought it up, but in her eyes, she wanted me to kiss my ex-girlfriend first to see if I was any good at it, and I was like, what? So I think it was a test. I really do. I think it was one of those, like, chick tests or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, and I didn't do it because it was weird. It was, I mean, I looked at her and I was like, this can't be right. There's something going on here. This is fishy, you know what I mean? But I kid you not, my girlfriend at the time wanted me to kiss my ex-girlfriend to see if I was any good at it, so I don't know, that was probably one of the weirder stories I've ever had, especially in that category. So, this leads us on to girlfriend 3. There's a total of 4 if I haven't made this clear, which I don't think I have. So, this is one of the weirder ones, and I don't know what was going on, but at the time it seemed like a good idea, so I went with it. I used to play computer games a lot, like MMOs, I guess you would call them, massive multiplayer online, or whatever the hell that stands for. And this chick walks up one day. I used to have to go to the library to play my games or whatever, because we didn't have internet at the house, and we didn't have a computer that could play anything. That computer sucked, from what I remember. I don't remember playing much in video game standards, but at the time, you know, I was at the library playing my games, you know, hanging out with a bunch of guys. We used to go as, like, this giant pack of, like, 4 to 5 guys sometimes, and meet up there and just have a good time, you know, for about 2 hours, because that was a limit on it. And what happened is this chick rolls up, and she happens to play the same game at the time. And, you know, you ever have those, like, feelings like, oh, we're so great for each other, this would work so good. I waited an entire week. Like, I used to just talk to her all the time. She showed up. Her dad was actually the librarian manager, I guess you would want to put it. I don't know if you can have a title like that, but manager of the library, I guess. I guess you make money from doing, you know, putting books on shelves or whatever they do, market management. And I pretty much asked her out. We went to a movie. She brought a friend that I don't even remember nowadays, but in the same standpoint, yeah, I pretty much just fell in love with somebody that played a similar game to me, which, looking back, I mean, I had no clue on what I was supposed to do. I was so nervous. I guess I didn't know how to act. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Like, there's no guidelines to this kind of stuff, and you know, I screwed up, and that didn't work out either. I want to say that lasted for a month, but again, it's been so long since I've had to, one, think about this stuff, and two, you know, actually have to dabble in this category. So this leads us on to number 4, which, this was a weirder one. Anyway, we'll get right into the main gist of it. Basically what happened is one of her friends confronted me and asked if I liked this person, and I was like, you know, she was hot back in middle school. Like, beginning, like, we're talking like freshman year middle school. She was smoking, alright, and ever since then, I mean, life's just been different in different categories for everyone, especially as I've talked to you guys in different standards. But anyway, her friend wanted me to ask her, or asked if I liked her. I basically was like, yeah, she's alright, you know, I don't know what kind of number you'd give it at the time, but, you know, she was alright. And overall, basically, I was like so nervous. Like, I never had asked anyone out in my life. Okay, I never done it. It wasn't in my category. But anyway, the main gist of this is that I had to ask her out. I put a note in her locker, didn't work. I actually had to ask her, and overall, we dated for a while. But we were so, it was an awkward relationship. It wasn't like something like, hey, what's up? It was like, I come to the table, sit there, and eat. That was about it. Like, we didn't talk, no eye contact. Every once in a while, we'd look up and look at each other, but that was really about it. And I didn't really enjoy her friends because they were just geeky as hell. And I never really fit in. I guess it's not really nice to say geeky because I play fucking video games all day, but in the same category, I didn't fit in, basically. And it ended with, in math class one day, this chick's like, you really like her? And I was like, not really. So basically, she's like, do you want me to tell her off? And I was like, sure, go ahead. And I kid you not, she tells her off literally like 10 minutes later. And it was just crazy right after class. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next installment. You guys let me know about your relationship stories. I'm kind of interested. So this is Nerd Mode On, signing off. Peace.